Um, so we did touch on this, but let's go a little deeper. Um, what made you choose the core coach, the finisher itself? So you knew it was
Mhm.
time under tension. You knew it was, grip strength and all that stuff.
Right.
But I have people in here all the time,
Right.
and they go through the same thing. And then you see them, and then you don't see them.
Right.
Right? Do you like that hard? Do
You what?
you like that demand? Do you like, what I mean?
Yeah. It was the only way that I found working out where I could work out with an injury without aggravating the injury and then be able to do it over and over again. And then buy one so now you can do it at your house. I told you I set
Yeah.
that gym up in my basement now. So now I could do the planks and all that different kind of stuff, reverse, hold that, hold this, and then I could go lift. And
Right.
then my rest is doing this. Even though it's really hard, so I might need to rest after that
Right,
too. But sometimes I got to double up on that rest a little bit.
Right.
But yeah,
So how's your injury today?
it's way better than what it was. I mean, it's
you didn't have surgery.
no. Well, that's what I wanted to avoid because the doctor told me, he's like, look, I could do surgery and it might help you or it might not help you.
Right.
And he's like, so I would advise against the surgery.
Right.
I would advise you try the best you can to heal.
Right.
So,
And ironically, one of our previous
right.
podcasts is your doctor.
Exactly.
Dr. Sean Wilkins.
And he was straight up with me. That's what I really like about him is like, he didn't lie to me. He didn't push a surgery that like may or may not have been needed.
Because he had a kid that needs to get through college or something like that. He needed the money,
Right. Yeah. No, he was 100% with me. And, that's why I tried an alternative route and it worked out.
Right. So can you go back to biking if you wanted?
I would ride on trails now. I'm not riding amongst any cars. There's going to be no car riding with me.
Right.
I've thought about gravel biking. I would just need to know more paths. Part of what I liked about biking is kind of like what I like about this is I could just pick it up and do it.
Right.
With my bike, I would just put on the shoes, put on that silly little suit and the silly little helmet, and just go out.
Yeah.
But that's what I could do now. I could take this, go out of my yard, and just do it.
Right.
Or use a horse van or something like that in my house.
Yeah.
But
Awesome. So, a lot of people have injuries and stuff like that. For the average person that's not really maybe an exercise person, to our extent, what would you say to them?
The average person?
Yeah.
Well, I would say if they want to increase their overall performance and try to reach their peak, this is definitely an option. I think that it could. I think strength, general core strength, and just generalized strength, and I noticed that this also helps with my reaction timing. That just helps you in life.
Right.
So whether you're an athlete or you're an average person, I think even an average person should try this and be okay with it.
Because they're all like our ICC 30 program starts with just the plank in position.
Right.
So that plank is held for as long as you can hold it.
It is.
When I talk to people, like even a guy today, he's an ex-college wrestler. He goes, "Oh, I brought my girls in. It's over for me." And I'm thinking to myself, I'm 56.
Right.
You must be 30 something.
Exactly.
And you're already saying it's over.
You're already hanging up the gloves. Yeah, you can't do that.
I mean, is this daily activity? Yes.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
A workout, full 5-minute workout.
Right.
That's it.
Exactly.
So why is he already thinking? And he looked like a fit guy, so he must be one of those people that goes to the gym.
Right.
In between sets, he's on his cell phone,
answering
answering his buddy. You're looking at some whatever,
Yeah, scrolling Instagram.
Yeah. As if he worked really hard, that it's gone into his subconscious and bought out what he used to do.
Yeah. I think that that's a bad way that people look at fitness, where they think like they can just kind of hang it up and they don't have to be fit anymore. And then once you lose it, the whole thing is like not lose it.
Right.
Because once you lose it, you have to start over.
Right.
It's hard to go again,
Right. So that should get all those people like, oh, January I'm going to start. But all year long, they say, Monday I'm starting. I'm starting. They get to December.
It's always tomorrow.
I'm starting in January.
It's always tomorrow. It's never today.
Right. Right. So how do you stay motivated?
I just...
Because you had some trauma in your life recently.
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of keep going. I think that exercise just kind of helps. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the motivation. The motivation is feeling good afterwards. That's where I kind of get that.
Yeah. And I also think it's not doing so much that the feeling afterwards you regret it.
Right.
Oh, I was gone last week for a week. So then you take that week off and then you start the following week to do the same thing.
And then it's avoiding injury too. Like when you lift heavy, you know, how many people you see like they're doing, I did a 405 bench. Okay, but you tore a pec muscle. So
Right.
now you're not like lifting for 6 months, but okay, yeah, you did 405, cool. Now you're starting back out at 135.
Right.
And you just keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have friends that powerlift, and it's the same kind of thing. It's like what they do. It's like they're always getting injured. And like I love powerlifting, but like they always get injured, and then they have to restart and restart and restart. And I'm like, why are you lifting so heavy? Why don't you just try something like this and then just see what happens?
If you want to, like say you want to compete in deadlifting, well, build the foundation.
Yeah.
To support those.
Well, that's what it is. A lot of them don't have the foundation, and then like they move a little bit, and that's all you need with a lot of weight. You move a little bit, tweak, boom, done.
Yeah. So then when you have to move a lot of it,
well, that's kind of what happened to you, right? Like you moved a little bit off of a lift, and
and
then that's now I got to restart.
Something I haven't done in a long time. Like when I did that deadlift, I wasn't warmed up or anything. I just moved some kid out of the way because he couldn't get it. I did it, but I pulled my back out.
You said it was like 500 pounds, right?
Yeah, it was 500.
Yeah.
Dead right off the ground. Boom.
Yeah, with that, everything has to be in line. Because if it's not, it's like the slightest little pop, and then you're done.
And I still battle the same lower back issue.
Right.
So when I get on this plank, it kind of keeps me in alignment. But when I'm totally out, I do have to go back to the chiropractor to get me back in.
Right.
But it doesn't sideline me. I still get on my planks.
Right.
I still do my plank walks. I still do my reverse planks, you know?
Right.
And that's the thing. If I'm caring about what the end result is, and the end result is I really want to live a long time and I want to be healthy. I don't be that shuffler, you know? The guy shuffling, he's bent over, he's got
in the grocery store. Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
You know?
That's no way to live. It's quality of life too.
Right.
It's not just quantity, it's also quality.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, so my friend's father lived to 95, but he was in a wheelchair for 10 years.